The WS6, the car that frankly doesn't give a damn what you think about it. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to actually just kind of sit back, relax, and talk about the WS6. This is a car that it's love it or hate it. Now, I had a 99 WS6, all black, T-top, love that car. Now, here's the thing. I made a video way back when the channel first started, and let's be honest, it wasn't the best video, but it was very informative. It was the history of the WS6, the options you got with it, what WS6 meant, and it's still getting a lot of attention today. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm making this video, because there seems to be, there still seems to be a discrepancy on what WS6 means. So we're going to talk about that. But I want to start off with why I think this car gets so much attention. The styling on this car is just very aggressive, and it doesn't care what you think about it. It has that look. It's angry, it's mean, it's sleek, and I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it really, but it's very in your face, and it's not a style for everybody. Like I said, you love it or you hate it. It doesn't seem to be a lot of in between, but it has the infamous LS1 engine, which loves bolt-ons. I mean, this car is super easy to make fast. Now, the 99 I had didn't have a lot of work done as far as power adders were concerned, but it had an SLP air intake, an SLP loudmouth catback exhaust, had put BMR springs, control arms, and panhard bar on it, as well as subframe connectors. And just those things, factory tune, no tune, just a factory tune, it went 12.8s, 12.9s at 109 miles an hour with a crappy 1.960 foot on stock tires. So I feel that is pretty good, especially back in the day. We're talking early 2000s. So very minimal work, high 12s, 109. I mean, let's be honest, when the Coyote Mustang first came out, even the first and second gens, they were running high 12s at 110, so that's not far off. Now, when I put that car on dyno, it put down 326 horsepower and 336 pound-feet of torque at the tires. Now, I've seen guys who've put headers and off-road Y-pipe on it with a custom tune that are putting 350, 355 to the tires, and they're running low 12s, high 11s on slicks or drag radials. So that's pretty impressive. Those cars really didn't weigh that much either. I think they were like 3,550 pounds, something around that range. So they would perform pretty good. And you could get them with that T56 transmission, which everybody knows and loves. They're practically indestructible up to about, I think, what are they good for? 700 pound-feet of torque, I think. Correct me, drop your comments down below and let me know. I'm pretty sure it's 700 pound-feet of torque factory rating, which is really good. So the weak point of the car is obviously going to be the 10-bolt rear. Those things were constantly going up. But overall, it was a really fun car. I never had problems with it. I tore the crap out of that thing. I mean, let's be honest, I ripped the hell out of that car, and they were fun. That car would take a beating too. I mean, I was not nice to that car. I beat on that thing, and it took it, and I never had a problem with it. Unless we were talking about the T-tops, because those things leaked. And everyone I've known who's had a Camaro or Trans Am, all their T-tops leak. So if you have one and it doesn't leak, you're one of the rare few, and let us know down in the comments. Now, one of the big things I wanted to talk about was the meaning behind WS6. What does WS6 stand for? Truth be told, WS6 doesn't stand for anything. It's an RPO code that GM used to identify the performance pack that was going onto the car. So when they saw the RPO code WS6, they knew this was to get the suspension upgrade package. So there were a few things you would get with the car. Now, this is information straight from GM. I got this information a long time ago. It's been confirmed by multiple people and companies, including Year One, who I've had a discussion with a gentleman in the comments in my prior video, who I will leave names out because I am not for name dropping and I'm not calling anyone out, but they're telling me that WS6 stood for wide suspension 6 pieces. I'm not so sure. I mean, a lot of people come up with a lot of different acronyms for this, but he believes it's for wide suspension 6 pieces. And it was so adamant about it that he actually went to year 1 and they told him that it was an RPO code. Now, that RPO code was for the performance package, which we already know. But he also went as far as saying that wide suspension 6 pieces was the name given by the employees at the plant to help identify the parts that went on the car. Now, if that is true, that's still just something that the employees had nicknamed it and not anything that had any meaning from GM. GM strictly used it as an RPO code, no meaning behind each individual letter or number. Now I'm going to leave this open for comments down below. Let me know what you think, what you know. Honestly, I've got this information straight from GM, and even according to this guy, year 1 has confirmed what I said, but I don't feel the nicknames qualify for what WS6 stands for. To me, that was a nickname that the employees gave it. So I'm going to ask you if you have heard of the term wide suspension 6 pieces. Even if you have, do you believe that's what WS6 stands for? Because according to the GM, they're saying no. But regardless of what WS6 does or does not stand for, it's still badass. That's all there is to it. It was fast in a straight line. With a little bit of suspension work, it would actually turn really well. I mean, it turned pretty good from the factory, but I'll tell you what, if you take an F-body and do some suspension work to it, it will corner really well. And aside from the performance, you will get a lot of looks driving that thing down the street. So, I mean, if you're into the kind of car that you want to like really get attention, the WS6 is definitely the way to go. All right, I feel like I'm starting to ramble on here a little bit, so I'm going to cut the video short here. Leave your comments down below. Do you have a WS6? What do you think about them? What mods did you do? Are there any mods in which you regret doing? That'd be interesting. I really want to hear about those. So, make sure you drop your comments, hit a like on the video, that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time.